today's date, and I always start off by saying that today's date is the 21st, I think. Now it's the 22nd. I want to start off by giving thanks to a lot of people who have stood by my side, who have not, rejected me. And that would be I'd be Kevin, who I work out with. His brother Terry, who I owe $30. He worked on my car, he was the guy that helped me out get my car going. I want to thank the Lord for showing me His presence, I was driving down the road, and I felt something. I was thinking about Him, and I felt something. And it felt like it was Him. And I felt like He was just saying, I'm here. I felt something. I want to thank Rich. I want to thank Sam for being my friends, I think that Rich, Mark, Sam, not Mark. Oh yeah, Mark too. I want to thank Mark for before. And I hope that he will understand that I can't be his friend until he knows why I'm mad at him. There's a human thing about you want to show your anger to people. You feel better, or you feel justified showing your anger. It's you'll be pissed, and you can't say I'm pissed at you because you did this, you bitch. For some reason that doesn't sound right when you say that. And that's how I feel about Mark, It's I'm thinking, I'm mad at him for so many things he's done to me. But maybe I've done a lot of things to him to piss him off, Even though I don't feel like I did, I might have. I know I did. I stepped on the terror. I did things that to me weren't anything, but to him were shitty, I've got to respect his attitudes. I try so hard to respect, at least I would like to be able to respect people's attitudes, And if they're foreign to mine, then I can't. I think the most basic thing is my parents. I can't respect their attitude. To me, their attitude is foreign to my attitude. Through age difference, probably, I'd say right now I'd like to be straight. I wish I could just be straight for a while. I am clutching onto being not straight. It's becoming a way of life. It's becoming the only way. And it's a destructive way. Look at Hunter S. Thompson. When me and Kevin, we get together to watch that movie, I got up yesterday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning. Was it yesterday? Yesterday was Tuesday. Yeah, it was yesterday morning. This is Wednesday. Well, Wednesday night. It's Thursday morning now. I went over there 7 in the morning to watch Hunter S. Thompson, to watch. The movie was called Where the Buffalo Roam. Starring Bill Murray and Peter Boyle. Actually, starring Peter Boyle and Bill Murray. Because then Bill Murray wasn't much of anything, and Peter Boyle was an up and out and coming actor. He was downhill then. But he was still, the star above Bill Murray. And we watched that. I got up real early. I went over to his house. And we ended up drinking. Funny. It's a falsehood, like he admired me, I think, a little bit, for whatever reason. And there was no reason at all, actually, to admire me. And I, broadcasted the fact that I drank. And he started getting into it because he admired me, I think. Or, no, because I was somebody who would be cool with him and be straight with him. And who would not hide the fact that he liked drinking. And now he's into it. He's starting to drink now. And the shitty part is that I feel proud of that. Because it influenced him. That's why I feel proud of it. But I'm not influencing him or anybody else in the right way. I've got to be a presentable figure. Oh, and my figure is falling to pot. Everything I say has like a double meaning. Like, my figure is falling to pot. I should really slow down or stop altogether. The only time I make recordings anymore is when I'm bombed. And I feel bombed right now. You see, I want to do the right thing. I want to be a good person. I want to be a good man. I have the capacity of being good. Anyway, I'm lifting weights, with Kevin. And trying to get a friendship going with Sam. In fact, trying to get friendships going. I want to be a friendly person with a lot of friends. I'm only friendly when I have no friends. That's when I'm the most friendly. Because I really feel my own ship sinking. And to save it, I grasp and I try and push, and then I'll be the most friendly person in the world when it's going under. And then when it's back on top again, I become very self-centered and into egotism and just trying to, feel good and do right and have people worship me, that kind of a thing. And then it just, and then I lose everything that I've built up to. I think basically that I'm a very shitty human being. Really. I mean, there are some times when I look at myself as being somebody that God might admire, or not admire, but God might appreciate, And that's very brief. Most of the time I think that I'm not too likable on the basis, on the foundation level of my, of my person. On the rock, concrete part of me. That it's not a likable thing. I know. I saw you when I saw you walking out. I said, "There's Laszlo." I can do him really good. Wait a minute. Let me try. Let me see if I can do it. You're coming on so heavy. Why should I hire you? You're coming on so heavy. I'm in control. I don't know about these people, but I'm in control. Well, the hallucinations have stopped, thank God. What are you doing? I'm writing. I'm drunk. I'm getting pissed off over the fact that I'm drunk. So I think I'll have a drink. I don't know, I used to admire it. And I still admire it. That a person can go through life drunk. But, it's fucked up, it doesn't work. Your thoughts become cloudy, that's why. You see, if I'm pissed, then if I'm sober or straight, then my anger, I can justify it or easier. But if I'm pissed off and I'm fucked up on something or other, then it's not justified, because I think to myself that, first of all, because people won't listen to it because I'm fucked up. And that's the excuse to think I'm insane. And to myself, the same thing. My brother, me and had this thing a couple, 3-4 days ago, something. I set up, my parents, my mom and dad were away on a thing, some kind of a camping trip or something. And I was drinking before I came home, and then I finished off his gin, then I finished off his brandy. There wasn't much in either of the bottles, but I finished them off, And went to bed like 3 a.m. And then 8 o'clock, my brother was awake and alive and talking about something. And I was getting really pissed off at him because to me, it was like the way he was treating me. That's the reason I got pissed off at him. And so did what I did with, like, I woke up and I was hungover, probably still half drunk. And I woke up to, let me think. When I woke up, right, yeah. He was talking about something. He was talking, Oh, I was on the couch. Okay, right. I was crashed out on the couch in the family room. And when I regained consciousness, the first thing I heard was, "Go to bed." My brother was saying, "Let's go to bed." And the TV was on and shit, and just rolled over and went back to sleep. Then I woke up and went to bed. Actually, I didn't go back to sleep. I just, woke up, and it pissed me off that he was telling me to go to bed. And I finally decided I was going to go to bed. And I couldn't go to sleep. And I was laid there for a while thinking and I was mad, and I was thinking. I was being mad with thought. And then I heard him yelling again. I'm walking around. He went into my room. To get my car keys. "Give me your keys. I have to drive Nana to the post office." And that pissed me off. Again, an order. Give me your keys. Although he didn't realize how he was saying that. And I said, "I ain't giving you my car." Because of the way he was coming across. But of course he didn't realize that. Because I didn't explain that to him. I just, and so then, he went back and told my grandmother the way I said it. He told my grandmother, what I told him. And, I could hear, "I have to go to the post office, I have to." Then she walked into my room. "Cameron, I have to get this letter to the post office. $13,000 in this letter. It has to go." And I said, "Okay. Yeah, okay, I'll drive you. I'll let him drive you." And so they took off, and I listened to, he started up my car, and he revved the engine a bit. And I knew that he didn't wait for the cold light to go off. But I was really mad at him. Yeah, and I think I was pissed off because he didn't respect me. Because he didn't say, "Oh, you're my brother, and can I do this, and is it alright if I do that?" Which means that I'm very egotistical, because I expected and wanted that from him, that I'm very egotistical and therefore sinful. And so when he finally came home, I heard him come home, and I was walking around a bit, and I think I was walking around. I'm not even sure what happened anymore, But I just knew I wanted to kill him. I wanted to hurt him. And I was laying in bed and waiting for an excuse to jump on him. and I heard him saying something about he wanted his pants washed or something. My grandmother, I think, was saying about her laundry, that she'd done it already or something, and I heard him say, damn, I run you all over the damn, I run all over the place to mail your damn letters, and that's when I decided that was my cue to freak out, and I walked out of my room, and I just lunged for him. I saw him there. I was like a crazy man, and I just grabbed this shirt and yanked at it and started yelling at him. And it's weird, the thought that just went through my mind was about Mark, how I should be good to him and be his friend and stand by his craziness like I should over the He's younger than me, and I don't know, better or worse, but different, and I just freaked out. I just started throwing him around, and it surprised me how easy it was to just push him, and shove him, and all of a sudden I realized that I was powerful, more powerful than he was. I just wanted him to see that. I'm glad that he saw that I could actually do that to him, that I could hurt him. I was pleased at that. That he recognized that you can't mess around with me. You can't piss me off because I'll kill you. See, and that's a crazy kind of a thing, that I can feel that way. See, I'm kind of mixed up. I don't know. I'm just kind of, things don't really fall into place. That's the thing, like I always say that, a person only acts shitty because they feel bad about themselves. I'm pissed off. I'm tired of talking about intelligence anymore. I'm tired of saying, this person is this because he has this much intelligence, and this person is that way because he has that much intelligence, and obviously he's ignorant because he's, That's bullshit. We all have life, and we all have soul. We all are people, and human life must be respected, Christ said, what you do to your neighbor, you do unto me. Which means even the moron has Christ in him, or is a representative of Christ, or is, a living, to be worshipped thing. It is so hard to be good. I want to be good. Actually, I want to be liked. And above that, I want to be liked and not abuse being liked. I will be friendly towards people that are not friendly towards me or do not accept me. I'll be the most friendly towards them. And then once I gain their friendship and then they tell me, you're great and wonderful and everything, then I start to, shit on them. With my actions, really, I start to shit on them. To show them that, maybe to show them that being worshipped is no big shit, man. It's like being worshipped will slap you in the face. Or worshipping somebody will slap you in the face. I want to be good to my friends, My friends have been good to me. And of course, Sam lies to me all the time. But not so much anymore. He was going to come down to the lake tonight, but I think he got lost. Really, I don't think he knew how to get there. I'm turning people against him. I shouldn't do that. I'm trying to do for my parents, And I can't. I've got to talk to them. That's the thing, it's so hard for me to really talk to somebody. You know why? Because I'm always hungover, or I'm always drunk, and therefore I think I can't do it. And I've got to start getting straight, man. I just got to start. Why can't I do that? It's so hard, that's why. Which means I'm a pussy, because I won't live through the hardship. And the pathetic thing is that I'm going to go on drinking and accepting the fact that I'm a pussy. Even though I haven't said the thoughts, that I was thinking while I was driving around before, I haven't expressed verbatim the things that were going through my mind, and that I said, oh, I got to make a recording tonight, because listen to these things I'm thinking, I've got to record this. And I haven't actually recorded them, because I've forgotten now. But I think the tone, the attitude is still, part of this recording. It's like 2:30, I have to get up and go to work at 1. I want to get up early tomorrow so I can bleed my brakes. I've learned how to do that. I've got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I went to this bar tonight, like after we were at the lake, and everybody split. And I drove Kevin home, because I wanted to, really. And, I went to the driveway, and he was getting out of the car, and I'm going, what are you going to go to sleep or watch TV? And he said he was going to go to bed. He had to get up early tomorrow to go fishing with Rich. And I was sort of disappointed, because I wanted to stay up and talk to him. But then I would have gotten even more drunk if I did that. That's what I wanted to do, was just get wasted and have somebody to talk to the whole time I was getting wasted. So my parents can't understand this, that I've got to go through things like this and realize on my own. I think that I will come out of it. And then I think that I won't. I'd like to be rational for a little while anyway. See, like, I admire Lenny Bruce and people like that who made it big and who are on drugs or something the whole time. With Lenny Bruce, it really killed him, though. I mean, literally and career-wise, it just destroyed him. He just went downhill from all of it. I'm an every night drinker, and that's bad. And Kevin is he's an every now and then drinker. In fact, he's not even a drinker. Ever since I started hanging out with him, I've been drinking with him, I think that, like I used to say that drinking stimulated conversation. In fact, I say it all the time. But I don't think so. It just makes conversation more sloppy. And I used to always say that drinking breaks down the barrier of the conscious. But it doesn't. I mean, it opens. See, when the first couple days that say if you never drank, right? And then you start to drink. And then the first couple of days, you don't know what's going on. Like, you'll drink and all of a sudden something happens and you're not really sure what it is, but you're not quiet through it. It happens to you. Then you learn how to control it. And then you start drinking a lot, consistently, and it like breaks open the barrier, but also closes off something. It warps and disfigures. It's like you learn how to retain your consciousness, but it never comes out the way it would if you were straight. It's always warped. I think people drink because they're weak. I know that I'm weak. I want to be straight for a while. I want to be straight. And I know I can't do it on my own. I have not heard a convincing argument yet for staying off of it. I wish I could be straight right now and then go, and here's how I am straight. But I don't even know what the hell that's like anymore. I've accepted it as part of the way I am. One of my things is that your qualities, will be the same, straight or drunk, you'll be the same person. Rock part of you. But it's not as pure or as clean or as, understandable as when you're straight. I feel that this is a very unusual recording for me. A stepping stone, I hope. Somebody's awake. You just heard the mechanism that is making it possible for you to listen to this. Well, anyway. See, that's another thing. I can't, walk into this house when I'm half lit and my mom and dad are awake. One thing I think is that they are too stern. That they're too nosy, as it were, I figure I'm 21 and I should be able to crash out wherever I am when the invitation is there without having to call him and tell him that I'm there. That's it's bullshit, man. The way that looks is incredible. It looks really beat. When you fucked up. If I was straight, I could do it. If I was straight. If only I was straight and not hungover, I would have asked that girl out. If only I was straight, I would have done this. Oh, I can't do that because I'm not feeling good because of last night. And da da da. See, it does such a fucking crazy shit to you. So why can't I just stop the whole thing? Really, how come? Because I don't think it's that bad and because I sort of enjoy it. Because I don't feel good about being the way I am, naturally. What I like about this recording is that the TV's not on. There are no distractions when I'm doing this one, There's no radio going to listen to for a while. There's no TV to record or anything like that. It's all me, you know? And I think I learn a lot more from doing this when it's just me talking without any distraction there. Also, quality-wise and, you know, audio-wise, I'm coming across very clear with nothing in the background except that clock, which can't really distract your attention. It's not entertaining or anything like that. It's weird. I was listening to that, you know, and I'm thinking, through all the bullshit, through all of the negative things about drinking that I was saying, I sounded pretty cool. And not that much affected by the alcohol. Maybe because I'm used to it and addicted to it and only can live with it or buy it, you know, or whatever. I like the sort of crazy in and out thoughts that I have. It's a memorable, sort of worthwhile thing. Even though it feels like hell when you live this way, it's good in a way. It's just finding the people that will accept it and hear it and listen to you. I really get into Jim Morrison because his whole thing was breaking through the barriers and ripping all that apart and exposing the underneath. But he went to too many extremes with the things that he used. Like the acid. I mean, I've done acid, I don't know how many, about 20, 30 times maybe I've done it. But he did it like every day, man. Like every day, every other day. And the same thing with drinking. He got drunk off his ass every night. It's really weird. Like they said when he was straight, he was the most shy, intelligent, likable, bring home to your parents kind of a person you ever met. And I'm the same way, I think. Maybe not so much the intelligent part, not like he was, but if I'm sober, you want to bring me home to your parents. I'm acceptable, you know, and shy, yeah. Sort of quiet, introverted. And when I'm drunk, I'm louder and rowdier and yelling more. But not violent. Like, he was never violent. I'm never violent either. Like Matt one time, you know, slapped me in the face. That one night he was drunk. He's always drunk, but he was really drunk this one night. But violence is inherent in his personality. It got brought out by the fact that he was drunk. And maybe with me too, because I was, you know, roughing up the other morning. I'm really tired. Yeah, I'm kind of glad that the whole time that I made this tape, I only had about, quarter of a beer. A quarter of a beer, that's good. Well, thank you, God. And thank you, Lord. I'm right now sort of like a Jew because I've accepted God, but I haven't really figured out or not, about the Lord, a human being with God inherent, part of him. I don't know, is that... See, I haven't really understood that yet. I haven't really accepted that yet. Because I wonder what kind of a person was he when he was young? Like, what kind of a 10-year-old kid was he, Did he, did he steal erasers in school? Did his friends like him? Did he have friends? What kind of friends? There's not too much about his childhood written anywhere. If he could do the shit that they talk about in the Bible, then he was definitely, the Son of God. Nana says that, I tell her that I'll see the end of the world in my lifetime. And she says, I don't think so. But you look, man, I mean, almost every nation now has the bomb. We could blow ourselves out of. But the world would still survive, yeah. The planet would still exist. Maybe the end of the world won't be for like thousands of millions of years. We might be so primitive compared to the next, there was a Stone Age and the Industrial Age and all that. We could be just like, like the Stone Age compared to what's going to happen next. I'd like to be around, though, to see what's going to go on. At least in the next 50 years. There's a book, Future Shock, but Future Shock isn't all that quick. I mean, in one lifetime, it changes on the outside, the way things look, but, actual basis of people doesn't change for generations. That's why, like, the people back when Christ lived, I mean, even though that their existence, like they lived in stone buildings and stuff, that is far out compared to the way we live. But the way they were is the same as we are. We're close to a highway, and you can't hear it, but every now and then I hear a rumbling sound, or a deep sort of a sound. And I always think that it's somebody, like my parents. I think it's my father and my mother opening the door and walking down the hallway. And that same sort of deep sound, like a footstep when they walk down the hallway, that first sort of low boom, Every time I hear a sound off in the distance, I'm positive somebody's waking up to come in, and catch me. I don't like going to sleep. I hate going to sleep. Because when you're sleeping, you're dead, You just sleep. And whatever's going on, you miss it. And I don't like to miss what's going on. In fact, I'd like to be part of what's going on, but I'd also rather, like, thinking something's going on, I'd like to be what's going on. So give it up, because it'll never happen, right? And maybe every now and then, but you can't live like that all the time. It's trying to step in on God's territory. I do that a lot. that sound. It's clearing my teeth. I don't use dental floss, but like I'll chew off a piece of my fingernail and like sort of like chew on it in my mouth, but not even just chew on it. Like I'll stick it through the openings in my teeth, and I'll push it through. It's really hard sometimes to push it through. Not hard, but it won't go right through. So you need to force it and work at it for a while. It'll finally go through. And I figure if that goes through, it's got to rip off all the tartar and all the junk that's in between my teeth. It's a really, it sounds crazy, but it's a workable thing. I mean, putting that hard substance, that piece of something through your teeth, if you can get it through there, it's going to wipe everything else out. Well, I should crash. In fact, I think I will. I wonder who's listening to this besides me. I wonder who's listening to these recordings. Whoever you are, I hope you dig it. I really hope you dig it. I hope you get into it. And I hope you think that I'm a pretty sharp person. And I hope you would think I'd like to be like that. Even though it ain't no big deal being me. Ain't no big deal at all. I try for it to be a big deal. I try for it to be something special. I'm trying to think, like, what am I best suited for? Singing? I don't know. Being in a group? How good is my voice? I mean, how good is it? Not good on a classical sense at all, but maybe passable. Maybe, is it good? See, I have an abstract thing, very floaty, kind of a thing in my head. But what can I use that? How can I use that? I don't know. I've got to figure so many things out. See, like, I could probably be successful in most, whatever I tried for. But I don't know what it is that I want to try for yet. What is it that's going to do it? I don't know. And what is doing it? What will to me be succeeding? I don't know. Succeeding to me is having a woman who is beautiful to look at and who loves me. And who I will treat in a good way. That's the thing, I guess. That's the ticket. Professor of mine used to say that all the time. That's the ticket. The ticket is doing for somebody, loving somebody enough to sacrifice your own feelings for. Well, I'm going to crash out here. I don't really want to, but I think it's about time that I should. And I'd like to keep on talking, but I don't really know what to say at the moment, so I'll turn this off instead, and I'll turn it off, and all of a sudden it'll be cold reality, It'll be 3 o'clock with my parents sleeping, and I'll be in their house, and I'll have to carry this machine into my room without making any noise. That's what's going to happen when I turn you off. But it's about time I did it. So, keep the faith, hang loose, praise the Lord, and live in peace and happiness. Really, I hope you do, because I'd love to, but I don't know if I'm not, but Maybe you will. And be kind and good to people. And then they'll be good to you. You'll see, it's incredible. It works that way. You do something for somebody, and all of a sudden they're there when you need them, and when you want them, and they're your friend. So try not to be selfish. Try not to be a human. Later.